Hello YouTube, this is Aquatic Envy. Just going to do a short little video here on some live rock that I have curing right here. So let's take a look here. Alright, this is my live rock that I am curing, that I'm going to be putting in my 110 gallon aquarium that I'm going to be setting up here pretty soon. Just some educational information here about the actual curing of live rock. No matter where you get your live rock from, whether it be online or your local fish store, you always want to cure it before you put it into an aquarium. Generally, live rock has a lot of die-off that comes on it as soon as it is displaced from its original location. So whether it's shipped to you within a 24-hour period overnight or anything like that, it's always going to have die-off on it. Doesn't matter if you live 5 seconds away from your local fish store, still going to have die-off on it. So you want to make sure that you cure it and make sure that when you check the actual parameters of your water, your ammonia level is at 0 parts per million. So for this live rock, what I did was I put in some salt water that I made up and put in these two Aqueon power heads. They're Aqueon 500s, as well as a heater that I have set at 82 degrees. Since this is in my garage, it's kind of chilly, so I just want to make sure that I have enough heat in here to enhance the die-off process. And generally what you want to do is you want to change the water about 2 times a week to ensure that you are getting rid of the water that has the die-off in it and making sure that you deplete the ammonia in the water. So generally what you want to do is if you're setting up a brand new tank, you can just take the rock, kind of scrub it lightly with a scrubber like this one that I have right over here. You don't have to really kind of get real deep down into it if it's going to be a new tank, because you can just cycle the live rock through your actual tank cycling with your sand and your refugium and everything like that. So the only thing is if you're going to be putting it in an established aquarium, you kind of want to make sure that you really scrub it quite a bit, just to make sure that you get dead sponges or dead coral or any hitchhikers that may be on the surface area, and kind of scrub it down and then cure it, just because you want to get as much die-off as possible before you actually start the curing process and then put it in your aquarium. Curing generally kind of takes anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. If you're going to be starting a new aquarium, it'll probably enhance it. I'd say maybe, well, it might not enhance it all that much. It might be a 2 to 4 week process. Whenever I start a new aquarium, I let my tank cycle for about a month, close to 2, just to make sure that it is fully enhanced. I don't want to put any type of living animal, creature, or anything into an aquarium where it has high ammonia or high anything. I want to make sure the tank parameters are perfect. So basically, once you know that your live rock is fully cured is when you test your water and your ammonia is at 0 parts per million. It means all the die-off is gone. It's no longer dying. It's just fully cured. Then you can put it in your tank or cycle through your tank or anything like that, and you would be all set. Another thing to kind of mention is to make sure that you do have a heater, and you want to make sure that you do put it in a secluded place where there's no lighting. As you saw in the beginning of the video, I had a lid on top of it. What the lid does is it keeps light out, which would, increase putting, light onto the rock, where it would start to do algae bloom of nuisance algae, and that's just something that you don't want. Another thing is once it cures, is you can place your actual rock in some high salinity salt. I'd say anywhere between a specific gravity of maybe 1.35 to maybe 4.5, somewhere around there. That's pretty high. And generally what will happen is nuisance critters that are stuck in the rock somewhere will generally hop right on out. Maybe, mantis shrimp or any type of nuisance crabs or bristle worms or anything like that. Usually with that high salinity, they will jump right out of there. They don't like it. And you can then put the rock in the tank. You don't want any nuisance, anything in your tank or anything that's going to destroy your tank. So this is pretty much my video on liverock. I hope you guys can definitely learn from this. As a novice aquarist, when I cycled my tank and diatoms started growing on it, I was very new to it. So I took all the rock out and I scrubbed it and got rid of all the diatoms and everything. Then come to find out that actually was not necessarily beneficial, but normal in cycling tanks. So hopefully this can be an educational video to anyone that is just joining the reef hobby or saltwater hobby. It's definitely a hobby that I enjoy. If I could live in the ocean, I definitely would. That's why I envy aquatics. So you guys, I also want to suggest that you subscribe to a really great guy, really smart guy when it comes to reef aquariums, New York Stilo. I follow him. I've learned a lot from him. So I just wanted to kind of throw that in this video. So I hope this definitely helped you guys out. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Also, if you want to drop some comments, please do. Whether they're positive, negative, I really don't care. I have not met anyone who is 100% knowledgeable or cognizant on anything dealing with reef aquariums. Stuff changes every day. New things come out every day. So whether it's negative, positive, I don't care. I love to learn anything new about this hobby. So please feel free to drop your comments in. I'll reply to them, anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Aquatic Envy signing out.